Good afternoon. This is a Simple Georgian. I wanted to make a quick video while I had a chance. I hadn't posted anything in a while. Number one, this coming Saturday, December the 8th, in YBOR City, Florida, Tampa, there is a cigar festival going on. And I wanted to make it this year, but life happens, and unfortunately I'm not going to get to due to a change of circumstances in my life. But I wanted to update y'all and let y'all know that that's December the 8th, this coming Saturday, at YBOR City Cigar Festival. Number two, many of y'all know that Sutliff and McBaron has been bought out by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. It's very sad. I hate to see something like that happen, because it closed down. They're closing down the McBaron factory. They're also closing down the Sutliff factory. From what I understand, McBaron has already laid off Jensen. Real nice fella. I've been fortunate to meet him and spend some time with him, learning a few things about blending. Awesome guy. Like I said, it's very unfortunate. I wish I could have met him a lot earlier in life and learned a little bit more. And then, of course, Jeremy McKenna, there at Sutliff. He's an awesome guy. I met him, I'm going to say March would be 3 years ago, I think it was, there at Muletown. That's the first time I met him. And I've seen him at several pipe shows, as well as per Jensen. Great guys. Like I said, but I understand business is business. Sometimes corporate decisions has to be made, and that's one of them. Unfortunately, the problem is folks like Missouri Meerschaum is also discontinuing their lines of tobacco because they were made by Sutliff. And from what I'm understanding, there's 169 different blends or different companies that will not be able to get their tobacco made through the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, I guess. I'm hoping these companies can find other alternatives. Maybe Cornell and Deal, Jeremy Reeves can step up, and some of these home blenders can step up and do something. I don't know. Having said that, we still have Cornell and Deal. We still have J.M. Boswell's. My local tobacco shop there in Savannah, Georgia, EO Tobacco Shop, they blend their own tobacco, but I don't know if this will affect them with some of their products. I have not been able to talk to them yet, because I'm not 100% sure they get some of their products from Sutliff or not. You also have Mylan Tobacconists, LJ Peretti, Ewan Rees, Paul's Pipe Shop, I think, makes some of theirs. There's several pipe shops that still make some of their blends. But this deal with Sutliff will affect everybody, for sure. Because I know a lot of these people got their blends from Sutliff, or blending components. Maybe not their blends, but they got their blending components from them. But it is what it is. And I want to give a shout out to the Flat Cap Piper and Armchair Piper for pushing me and helping me get started doing these videos. They have been awesome people. I'm kind of leery about this stuff, I guess, because I'm kind of new to the technology or whatnot, but it's a learning curve. But I do want to give them two a shout out for pushing and kind of helping me figure this thing out. And then when I started the tobacco pipes and cigars over 2 years ago now, the three biggest people that four biggest people that kind of influenced me a little bit and helped me learn was Dr. Alan Harrelson there at the Pipe Cottage. Awesome guy. I know a lot of people does not like him, but I grew up in the South. I know the true history of what's going on, and totally awesome guy. But you know, it's just like with everything else. If you don't like what they do, take it with a grain of salt, move on. I mean, you don't have to sit there and agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything he says. That's life. I mean, I don't agree with everything everybody says, you know. Dwayne Noel of Dry Creek Wrangler School. Unfortunately, I did not get to talk to him in person at the Muletown show when I first went. Like I said, March will be 3 years ago now. He was there with Dr. Alan Harrelson, him and his wife, and I saw them, and it did not dawn on me who they were until after I left. But I've been following him a pretty good while. Not only has he taught me a lot about the cigars and pipes, he's also taught me a lot about horsemanship, which I don't own a horse. I haven't had time to be on a horse, but you know, a lot of time or whatever. But at the same time, what little bit of knowledge I do have, he has taught me a lot. And of course, everybody knows Mutton Chop Piper. He taught me, you know, the basics as far as how to pack and, you know, do the breath method, this and that, the other. Yeah, it was a learning curve. It took me probably, I don't know, 6-8 months before I started actually starting to taste flavors. I've only smoked a couple of aromatics to date. Out of the March will be 3 years, August will be 3 years, I'm sorry, that I've actually been smoking pipes. And one of those was the maple flavored pipe tobacco that Boswell's has, maple leaf I think it is. I have tasted the maple and, you know, a couple other things. I started off at the Muletown Pipe Show, like I said, this coming March will be 3 years ago, with a Virginia from Germany, with a Veerburger or something like that. It's a Virginia. One of the guys that was sitting there next to John David Cole at the Country Squire, I bought a pipe from Missouri Meerschaum, a corn cob, and I went over there, and that was the first pipe I've ever smoked. And he's like, "Here, try some of this." And come to find out, it was a Virginia, and I didn't know that much about pipe tobacco, but it was, you know, it was a good experience. And of course, like with most Virginias, I did, you know, me being a newbie, I did get a little bit of tongue bite, but it's because I was smoking too fast, and of course, Virginias are sweet, so yeah, it's normal, and it's a learning curve. The next tobaccos that I smoked was at that pipe show there at Muletown. I met Tim Beaumont of Papa Bear's Pipes. Totally cool fella. I mean, it was like he started joking with me from day one, you know, from the first time I met him. I'm a real cool guy, and over a couple of times I've seen him, I really got to know him pretty well, and he hooked me up with a blend of tobacco from, I think it was Port Marnock Reserve, from Jim Steffi at Emerson Southern Forge. And I got his information and got in touch with Mr. Jim and got him to make me 2 custom blends. One is a Virginia Burley. It's called Irish Unily. And that's a pretty good blend. I enjoyed it. I'm still learning my palate, so I really don't 100% understand all of it, but you know, like I said, it was good to me. And then to honor my heritage with the my 8th-time removed great-grandfather who fought for the 57th Georgia, and I got him to make me a English with Latakia called Old Confederate. Awesome blend. I knew right off that me and Englishes would be a hit. The first English I ever tried, I'm like, yep, this is it. And then when I went back up to Muletown the second time, of course, Tim had some more blends from Jim there at Emerson Cellar Forge, and the next one I tried was the Eagle, I think it was, that Jim makes. Very Latakia forward, and oh my God, it just hit the spot. I mean, that Saturday during the pipe show, I just sat there and chit-chatted with everybody. Got to meet Raphael and Anit from Flat Cap and Lady Fire. I got to actually meet them there, sit there and chatted with them. And the whole day there that Saturday, I smoked off of that Eagle blend. And I was walking around the whole show passing it off to everybody that I could get to try it. It was so good. And I didn't even leave the show good before I done touched base with Jim and got some ordered. And then, like I said, I did the old Confederate, and then I turned around and got Tim to custom build me a little Devil Ants pipe there to, the same reason, to honor my heritage there. So I've got the tobacco blend and a little pipe. I don't have the pipe with me, or I would show it, but I'll start showing my pipes in the future videos, a little bit at a time, going through my collection as well as my tobacco. And starting sometime about, I guess, June of my second year of smoking. June of my second year smoking, because I started in August when I turned 50. Starting about June of my second year of smoking, I started really understanding the blends and started touching base with people that I met through some of the pipe shows, and pretty much got lucky. The company that I was moving some stuff with was based out of Kansas, and I got to go to a couple of cigar lounges out there, and I found a guy that had some Dunhill, my mixture 965, the original blend, and I wound up getting a good bit of that. I got a hold of some Esoterica that year, and ever since then, if I got a chance, I would get a little bit if I could find it. And then after that, I started really getting into the artisan blenders like Cloud Bear Customs, Appalachian Customs. I got a couple of blends from the Briar Fellowship, of course from Jim Steffi. I've got several of his blends. Actually, though, out of the artisan blenders, the most I do have is from either from the three: Jim Steffi, Appalachian Customs, and Cloud Bear Customs. That's the three most of the custom blends I have. I did get one blend from Ken Byron Ventures. I wanted to order some more of his. I managed to get that particular blend from the Texas Pipe Show in Dallas last year, and I wanted to order some more, but unfortunately, for some reason, my debit card does not let me order off of his site. I've got to find another card. I don't know if it's something to do with the credit union or the way that he has his pay method set up. It doesn't let you do a PayPal or anything, and that's usually how I do. As far as my pipe collection, I got the biggest part of my pipes from Bishop Pipes off of Facebook. He resells pipes, has some estate pipes and stuff like that. Very reasonable prices. Awesome fella. Probably, I'm going to say half of my collection come from him. Probably another, probably another 2/3 of my collection come from Travis and Crystal there at the Happy Piper. You can find them on YouTube. They have And shout out to them. They are awesome people. They will work with you. They will, they have an awesome program to be able to get pipes. They have 2 live shows every week, Tuesday and Friday night. They're on all of the social media platforms. It's called Happy Piper. They're out of Janesville, Wisconsin. Awesome people. And I've actually got to meet them in person. And then the biggest highlight of my time was meeting people like Jay Furman at the Chicago Pipe Show. I got to go to the Chicago Pipe Show this year. Oh my word. It was just overload. It was just brain overload. I was there Wednesday. I got sick a little Wednesday night, didn't go anywhere Thursday. Then went back Friday, Saturday, and I left Sunday from Chicago, going back toward the house. But I had the most fun. I got to meet the most interesting man in the world, Jonathan Goldsmith, Fred Hanna. I sat right next to Rick Newcomb. I got one of his books, had him sign it. Luigi Viprati, so many people. I can't think of all their names. But I mean, these people come from overseas. A couple of Chinese artisans, German artisans, Janos. I got to meet and talk to Janos pretty good. Awesome guy from Cyprus. And this year, him and his daughter is supposed to be at Chicago. Unfortunately, I didn't get to make Las Vegas show this year. I didn't get to make Dallas. I didn't get to make the Richmond show, or the New York show, or the St. Louis show in February. That's the 4 shows that I missed this year, but hopefully I can make them next year, at least as many of them as I possibly can. But definitely the Muletown is probably my first love, because it was my first pipe show. It was a small pipe show. But it'll be my first love. And then as far as the huge pipe shows, like I said, I haven't been to Vegas yet, but Chicago is just like the show of shows. And it's, it is what it is. Now next year, I don't know if they'll have another show at Richmond or not. Of course, they have shows at Columbus. They have little small shows, what they call trunk shows at other little places. They have one in Gainesville in Georgia. And as they start coming up, I'll probably post about them and let y'all know ahead of time. But I did want to get this video out before this cigar festival in YBOR City, and give a shout out to Flat Cap Piper and Armchair Piper, Mr. Ed, for kind of pushing and guiding and helping me, and Lady Fire. Awesome people. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate Travis and Crystal for what they do at the Happy Piper. Dr. Alan Harrelson, Mutton Chop Piper, and Dwayne Knoll. I did learn a little bit from the Hobbiton Piper. And I appreciate all the help that y'all gave me, and the fun that I've had with all the people I've met at all the shows. I can't name them all. I did get lucky, and one of the first people that I did meet there at Muletown that was super awesome was Miss Sally of the Pipe Tart. Awesome lady. I've managed to get a couple of pipes from her that are the one pipe, I don't know if the guy's going to make them anymore, but then the other pipe, the latest one I just got, I believe they're all discontinued. I'm not sure if the man is just not making any pipes anymore or what, but anyway, I'm starting to try to collect more artisan pipes now and stay with artisan blenders. I haven't, in the last 6 months, I really haven't been chasing the, big blends that comes out like I normally did. I'm starting to concentrate more on artisan blenders, and I have also started collecting or picking up some blending materials. I'm talking to several people about that, and hopefully I can work on start blending, because it'd be cool to make a pipe, but we have so many pipe makers out there. But then with like Sutliff and McBarian shutting down, of course McClellan, I did get lucky from Miss Sally and got a little bit of the Frog Morton. I tried that one year. That was awesome. But I'm not spending that kind of money for those blends. I will spend a little bit extra, just because of the fact you can't get them anymore. But the price, like on 10 bids and places like that, like they have at the shows, where you're spending $100-$200 a 10, no, to me it's not worth it. That's just the way I am. Now if it was in the $60-$70 range, maybe. But when you start getting up there to $100 a 10, just I've got enough friends now that I could probably get a little bowl here or there and taste it and this and that and the other and just let it go. I did want to give a big shout out also to Steve of Vermont Freehands. Awesome guy. He has spent so much time with me and helped me out. Most of my time there in Chicago I did spend with him there in Chicago, with the exception of the show itself. Really cool guy, and that's how I got to meet Mr. Jonathan Goldsmith. And as time goes, on some of the pipe groups I'm in on Facebook, I've posted all of these people I've met, and really have had an awesome time. So thanks for your time, and keep your head up, keep moving forward. And another thing I did want to mention too, that one has helped me out, and I have played his videos over and over and over, and God rest his soul, I hate he has passed. And that's Matches, John Harden, Matches 860. That and then I've learned a good bit from I think his name is Mr. Ben, the Artful Codger. I tried to pull him up the other day. His YouTube channel is still there, but he has no videos. He has pulled all of his videos down. I don't know why. But I did learn a little bit of stuff from him, when I first started, and managed to actually, learn from him and pick up a few things. And then, like I said, Matches 860, his videos are still out there. And as time progresses, I will be trying to recognize some of the other channels on my channel and go from there. And I'm looking at doing a giveaway for, I don't know, I'm debating on whether I want to do a 200 sub or a 500 sub giveaway. If I do the 500 sub, I'm going to go through my collection and get 2 tobaccos and a pipe, a brand new pipe that I have not smoked. And I will do that if I do 500, but if I do a 200, it's going to probably be just a tobacco, and it will be nothing but the US and maybe Canada, for shipping purposes only. No international. So sorry guys, if you're watching this from the international side, I can't do it. I'm not set up for that right this minute. This is all new to me, so I'm just going to keep it to the US subscribers only. Like I said, if I do 200s, I tell you what, if I get up to 200 subscribers, I do 10 of tobacco, maybe a blend from my local store, or 2 blends, and then when I get up to 500, I do a pipe and 2 tobaccos. I'll do it like that. So thanks for your time and subscribing and watching, and we hope to see y'all soon. Appreciate it.